Hey everybody, John the Phone Guy here with another spec video. Today we're going to be looking at the Quadro Dragon. So this is a 45 millimeter watch with a NH-35A automatic with the Dragon details on it, and very comfortable watch. Of course, you've got the dual deployment scissor on here. Just a unique looking piece, and so we're sorry, I get looking at it and not paying attention. So we'll put this on the bench and dial everything up, and we'll go from there. All right, see you at the bench. All right, hey everybody. So here we are on the bench with the Quadro Dragon. This is model 28512. This is a 45 millimeter, which probably is a little bit misleading just because of the way these square ones measure out, but we'll get to that in a minute. Not really water rated. This is only 5 atmosphere, 50 meters, or 165 feet. So definitely would not take this poolside or anything. It does have the flame fusion crystal on it. It's running the TMI NH-35A auto mechanical. The 24 joule movement has a minus 20 to plus 40 second per day deviation, which is, it's not the greatest, but you know, kind of is what it is. And then there's 12 cubic zirconias going around the dial for the hour markers. This is a non-screw down crown, and all of that, and we'll go to the back here so you can kind of see you got the Invicta stainless steel, flame fusion, Japanese movement, water resistant, 50 meters, and all of that. The one of the things I love about this is it is a dual deployment butterfly, so it has a very clean, slick look on the back. Of course, you got the Invicta name and logo. Of course, you pop that out. The links on these are very unique in how they're put together. So this is actually a type of, I apologize, I'm trying to get focused here. So this is like a pin and collar, except the way this works is the pin head is over here on this side. My apologies, I'm trying to get some focus here. Being all black and the black background's not helping. So this pin goes through. What's unique about this is every single one of these little links in here are individual, and the pin literally goes through one by one by one as it laces through, which gives you that really silky smooth, doesn't grab your hair or anything, but just very fluid. And then on the end is a collar system that you have to kind of get lined back up, and then you drive that down like a cap, and that's kind of how it all works together. So I think I've done a sizing video on this. I'm really not 100%, so I may go and if I find out that I haven't, I may go back and do one. But you can see this is the 6 steps a second movement on here. You know, it's a decent movement. You know, it's reliable and everything. So I haven't had any problems with it. I think total wind time on this fully wound is around 36 hours, I believe, something like that. If you put it down, if you wind it up and when you first get up, and then you put it down at night and pick it back up and wear it, the auto will compensate and keep it running for you. So that's kind of the look. And see if I can't get this thing to sit there and not have so much glare, which it just seems to want to fight me. But anyway, wow, boy, that's a lot of glare. I apologize. I'm going to get this here in a second. One second. Let's try that. There we go. So this is the, you really can't see it. Well, we know what it looks like. Anyway, so let's go to the microscope real quick and take a look at the details on the dial, and then we'll come back. All right, everybody. So here we are on the microscope, and as you can see right here on this dragon, you can see the eyes, and you can see the cubic zirconias at the hour markers. You got some lume on the minute hand. There goes the second hand coming around. But what is just amazing is literally the level of detail. Let me see if I can get this focused just a little bit better. There we go. And so we're over here by the 3 o'clock. Of course, you've got the knurling on the second hand, and some of the screws that are on. We've got a smudge there. Sorry about that. Down here you've got the Invicta, and of course coming across 6 o'clock you got the waves on the back side, and then just all the detail in this dragon is just amazing. It's one of the main reasons that I picked up this watch, was for all of that level of detail. The red in the eyes, I mean, the hair, everything about the dragon was just so impressive. And we'll kind of look at the back real quick. Of course, you've got the NH-35A, and you got the rotor, some of the details on here. Of course, with the bracelet, the dual deployant kind of gets in the way, but you can kind of get an idea of how this thing is looking. Just really amazing. Screw down case on this, and so just really unique piece. Actually saw this on cruise ship the first time I saw it, and of course the price was a bit much, so I was like, I'll wait. And I believe I got this off Shop HQ, but I'm not 100%, but that would probably be where I got it. But like I say, you know, you get the blacks in here, and the silver just really pops. I mean, look at that little claw right there. I mean, is that crazy? I mean, that's just nuts, the amount of detail, and the scaling down to the little feathering on the tail right there. I mean, that's just, you know, that's just amazing. You can tell, you know, it's a 3D piece, you know, because you can see how it's raised up and everything. So just really amazing. And then I noticed it's kind of hard to see, so this is the bracelet and all the individual links that make up this unique bracelet. This is probably going to be easier to see, obviously, on the regular camera, because it's just so black, and I'm trying to get some detail, but it just really isn't there for this. But the dial face is what we came for, so we'll just kind of set this guy, and we will from there go back to the table and finish it out. All right, see you there. All right, and here we are back from the microscope, and the detail that you can see, and I mean, I even, you know, try to, you know, get as close as I can, but even that, to really see some of the detail on the dial with the dragon scales and skin and the eyes and everything is just amazing. Really love the attention to detail on this, and you can see, you know, how 3D it is, as I showed before. But with that, let's go ahead and get out the calipers, and I'm going to try as best I can to get 10-4. So in a 10-4, I apologize, I get about 50. So we'll go side to side, is 45, which is the way they send the measurement, and then 50 with the crown. So 14.5 on the thickness. But going back to this, so if you were going to measure a standard round case, you would go 10-4. So with that, kind of sitting at about 50. So it does play a bit larger. The lug on this is 39.3. The bracelet is 27.1. The thickness on this, let's see if I can't get on this thing just right, 4.1. And the lug, we're going to go off of these screw markers right here. So I get 51.8. So, you know, that's kind of the raw numbers on that. Let's throw this thing on the scale and see what we get. So we're in grams to start. So that's 248 grams. And let's go to ounces. So we're at 8.7 ounces. So it's a substantial watch. I mean, you know, you're going to notice it on your wrist. And speaking of, let me throw it on mine. I have a 7-inch wrist for size comparison. This one, I probably haven't sized it in a while. I lost a little bit of weight, so it's a little floppy. But that's to give you a perspective on size on me. Like I say, the bracelet on this is just very unique in how it's put together. Very comfortable. I mean, like I say, this is a little sloshy, but the downside, and I mean, you know, it is what it is. There's no real micro adjusters, so if you take out a row of of this and then try and put it back together, it may be a little too snug. And you can kind of see how smooth. Well, let's see. There you go. You can kind of see how smooth on the inside it is. So it's very, very comfortable on the wrist, I will say. So with that, back this guy up. Ah, Jiminy. This thing is just fighting me. Okay. Close enough. Wow. I just cannot fight this light. Anyway, with that, I want to give a few shout outs to Instagram and YouTube friends. And I'll give a shout out to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram, Invicta Watches and Women's Fashion, and of course YouTube sensations Trap Vision 3D and the Lifestyle page talking about all things collecting and family, and of course Tommy Big Time focusing on bracelet sizing and battery changes and everything Invicta. Of course, Meat and I journaling their weight loss surgery and entrepreneurship, and of course D&Q chronicling travel and food and fun. Tony Woe, Christian rapper, and his music and life perspective. And as always, we do the vast majority of our shopping on ShopHQ and InvictaStores.com. Facebook friends, there are so many that are Invicta related. Some of the ones that I go to, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets, being a vet myself. And as always, if you enjoy this video or any others, please subscribe, hit the bell. I am trying my earnest to put out videos every Tuesday and Friday, so I'm trying to stay on that schedule as best I can. And with that, I say enjoy your Invicta watches, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.